Doubles and coffee. Keith Rowley, where you jump out from? You don't know when it's time to hush. You don't know when you're being rejected. It's best you just go quietly and let everybody try to forget what a terrible prime minister you were. You jump out to what? To defend your government's track record? First of all, Rowley, you quit on your people. You quit on your supporters. You quit on your fans. People who are defending you, no matter how illogical, no matter how many pathological lies you told, you had citizens believing in you, that you cared for them, that you were a prime minister for the people, that there was no money, while you recuse yourself, while your ministers recused themselves over 650 times, while you made billionaires of your friends, while you put Noel Garcia to spend every single dollar to build airport, hospital, health center, community center, police station, fire station, to build every single house in this country, to build sports stadium, recreational ground, swimming pool. That was your boy, Noel Garcia. You suffered the people, you brought pain on the people. You still opening your mouth? Rowley, you quit on your people. You try to force them to accept an elitist bully, a man without intellect, a human being who, because he had to speak every night during an election, the whole population, including myself, found out just how dumb Stuart Smallpin Young was. I didn't realize he was such a blithering idiot until you foisted him on the PNM. You usurped the constitution of the PNM. You forced him down the throat of your supporters, run them into the biggest catastrophe in PNM history. It would have been 29 seats, except that a bareback man helped you out with Michaela Pandey. Michaela who has disappeared, but like you don't want to disappear, because San Fernando East would have gone. The seat of Patrick Manning would have fallen, like London has fallen. The movie San Fernando East would have fallen if it wasn't for Michaela taking 700 and something votes. Malabar Mousica would have fallen again. And Aruka Lopino for 29 seats. You run your people to the ground. You embarrass your supporters. You left them in the lurch to go and play golf and spend money and dress up like an Oreo that you are. Now you still talking? Where you jump out from, Keith Rowley? The only thing you should be saying is apologizing to your PNM supporters, to the PNM who believe, the brainwashed PNM for 60 years, believe in all you, and you just dump them. 102,000 of them said, boy, fire burn you and Smallpin. You jump out to talk? Well, let me now analyze what you said. You said what? That the UE campus was unfinished, unopened by you. You're the prime minister. Prime minister has power to do anything they want. It's the most powerful position in global politics. You abandon a UE campus and come to blame UE? They say UE didn't have funding. Use the government, boy. You forget what Shampa say? We in charge and we in your face, and you have to stand there and take it, because we will be there like a jumbie from Lekoto. Lekoto, you is the boss. Now all of a sudden you blaming UE. You left the Debe campus because you're a sick, vindictive, wicked, malicious human being. Just like you left the Couva Children's Hospital. Just like you abandoned all the projects that the Kamla Prasad predecessor had for the people. You cut everything. Your philosophy of the new society is what got you and your PNM rejected. Your new society where you skin your teeth with people of a pink hue and people with money, and frown and attack and shout down to people of brown and black color. That's your new society that was rejected. People don't want to hear you. You took everything from them. You took laptops from them, but your grandchild have 2 laptops, a phone, iPhone, and an iPad. You want to know how I know? Well, I know, right? So your children and your spawn could come out and have everything, but the people who you're in charge of must have nothing. You took textbooks from them. Tim Gopi Singh had $133 million per year in textbooks. You cut that to 33 million. You took away Gate from them and TechVoc, and you still have PNM supporters saying, well, Gate was good. Yes, Gate was great. It started with dollar for dollar from Basil Pandey, and the gate was opened by Fazal Karim and Kamla Prasad predecessor. Rowley shut the gate on all your children. Rowley shut down the hotel school. Rowley cut funding to UTT, then coming to tell ROWLEY he had to do that. All of that he talked, all of those lies. But yet, he is the Prime Minister in history who spent the most money ever. 9.5 years, $620 billion. And ROWLEY is coming to tell you all that there was a lack of funding. That's why the UE campus for students in the south was left to rot. ROWLEY is best yard harsh. ROWLEY, you don't even have respect for what you did. You quit and run. There's a new leader of the opposition. The PNM will have a new leader in July. Well, me I know what them doing, but me I really care. But that is their business. You have gone. People don't want to hear you. You run your whole team into the ground. You're still talking. Then you said that Kamala and the UNC is telling lies about Tobago autonomy. You're a Tobagonian. You're from Mason Hall. You reach Whitehall, and there's no Tobago autonomy. Tobago is less autonomous under you than any other prime minister, because on top of that, you are a disrespectful, vindictive, wicked human being. You put the former chief secretary to sit on the ground while Rohan, Sinanan and Smallpin dictated to Tobagonians. When Farley Augustine won the THA, you disrespected him, cut funding, delayed funding, and then you kind of open a piece of airport that a plane ain't land yet, and disrespected the chief secretary of Tobago, put him to sit down, did not invite him to take picture or to walk on the tour of an airport on his island. And you coming now to talk about Tobago autonomy, you did nothing. All you did was try to cheat in an election, to change seats from 12 to 15 and have your EBC under your girl, Dolly. How was the walk? I hear they renovate the house there and things, so it had no more steps by 3 dogs, pass a parrot into the dungeon office and waiting on a red couch. I don't know, I go get a Zeppo or what were the changes, right? Because ROWLEY have money to renovate while the country has no money to do nothing. When people can't even get a house because ROWLEY and Noel Garcia didn't build house. In 4.5 years, them built 4,000 house. That is a sickness. But they built 3 car park. They built Skinner Park, turn it into a FETMAC site for 131 million. But ROWLEY, let me ask you this. What you did for Tobago autonomy? Narcisscope is Gadsby Dolly best friend from St. Augustine Girls. The EBC divide up Tobago to help you steal an election. They make seats that are so PNM. The only one that withstood the tsunami of rejection and discontent was a brand new one made by your independent EBC. So strongly cut in PNM that it stood up 14-1. The people of Tobago rejected your cheating, lying ways. You come to talk about Tobago autonomy. Tobago went backwards with you and Shamfa and Ayana dictating to Tobagonians, disrespecting Tobagonians. That's why you were rejected. Tobagonians don't even want to hear you and use a Tobagonian. To make a Tobagonian turn against a Tobagonian, that Tobagonian had to be very evil, consistently evil, and permanently evil for Tobagonians to reject you. Them know the truth. Then what is the third thing you said? You come to talk about, we will discuss the school building and repair program. ROWLEY, it was you who asked the media to go and ask Kamala Prasad Desai and Tim Gopi Singh where the 106 schools they claim to have built, how they lie. You ain't see no 106 schools. Tim Gopi Singh stood up in the parliament and showed pictures, descriptions of each and every one of the 106 schools. That was what Kamala did. You stayed there for 9.5 years and you built nothing. Every year, schools were not open because the repairs were unfinished. Children going to school and concrete falling on their head and things. You think people forget? So you come to defend yourself with more lies? 1, nobody cares, ROWLEY. 2, the PNM rejected you, ROWLEY. 3, Penny is the new leader of the opposition, ROWLEY. Get it through your thick bald-head skull that nobody wants you and nobody wants Smallpin. Furthermore, Keith ROWLEY, wherever you are, understand that sending man into Ministry of National Security and telling Ingrid Lashley, your girl, your Inez Gate neighbor, who are 9 boards, Stay there as long as you can. Try to get the information hidden and so on. All of those people you're trying to tell them stay on the board, Rowley. They can't save you, Rowley. They can't. Because your power and your reign and your oppressive dictatorial ways are gone. Kamala beat you bad. Every day you bad talk that woman. You say how she weak, she can't walk, she can't come down the stairs, she don't sit in parliament, she tired lost. You just beat she? Well, Kamala beat you so bad like 3 bubbly on a Good Friday. Kamala bust your tail. Kamala beat you so bad the PNM don't even want to see you. You have gone down as the worst leader in the history of the PNM. That is what Kamala do you. So Rowley, try to hush. Unless you want to tell me where the 2.6 billion that was unaccounted for by the Auditor General, where that is, Rowley. Talk and tell us where that is. Tell us, what about the indemnity with Nelson in Nelson Gate? Did you authorize Harawi to do that illegal document? Rowley, what about Foster? How you got him to convert and usurp the PNM constitution? What file you drop on the table and show him that made him all of a sudden say, yes, I love Stuart Young? Tell me these kind of things, Rowley. If you really want to talk, tell me about Emailgate. How you knew you was lying through your teeth. You vindictive, malicious human being. Go your way, but beware. When you hear knock, 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 it might be police. Boy Blue. Bless, Rowley. I don't really mean bless. But to the people at Trinidad and Tobago, see the flag in the back? Bless. Thank you for rejecting Rowley.